So welcome back to the Barbell Bikini and Biz podcast. You join me for a guest podcast today, and I know I've been saying for weeks and months that I'm going to get someone on, and I finally got someone on. I have the wonderful Matt Smart on today, and we're going to be discussing all things fitness and coaching. So if people don't know who you are, Matt, which is a bit rude if they don't.
I know, but I cannot believe how you would not even know me. Not yet, anyway. No, go on.
Introduce yourself. Just give yourself a bit of a brief introduction, who you are, what you do, and then 3 fun facts about yourself.
Oh, crikey. Okay, so I'm an online coach, PT, well, was a PT anyway, fitness enthusiast, just like you are, right? We love what we do.
We do.
3 fun facts. Crikey. I'm 3 years away from 30. That's not fun, but it's a fact, which is just disgusting. What else? Fun facts. God, when you get put on the spot like that, you think I'm actually not that fun. I'm bloody boring.
No.
Fun facts. I'm an asthmatic, and I'm going to be competing next year. There you go. That's just 3 things.
Wonderful. So, well, that gives us a bit of a start. So we'll be actually coming on to talking about competing. So there's a couple of questions people have asked, and I want to talk about it as well. But let's start. Obviously, people sort of seeing you on the YouTube, on the Instagram, but people maybe don't know how you got to where you are now, because I know I certainly don't. So let's do a bit of a background, life story. Well, not a complete life story, but just in terms of fitness, how you got into training and fitness. So what's your story with that side of things?
What got me started? So I was a 16-year-old whippersnapper, and I thought, do you know what? I hate being skinny. So I'm going to go to the gym, and I did exactly what every lad does in the gym at the age of 16, and just trains his chest and his arms. So did that, but just loved it. Loved the feeling DOMS, loved the feeling of being sore, loved the pump. I was like, I'm getting a bit addicted to this. So started training, just fell in love with that. But I didn't study any sport or any fitness or any health stuff at college or school. Didn't do it. Mm-hmm. I was a bit of a nerd. I still am. So I did IT at college and did all sorts of stuff like that, and then just fell into the motor trade, started working with cars, but still trained every week, just still falling in love with it, loving bodybuilding. I've always been a fan of that. So I always wanted to train to look good, not train to specifically perform any better. Oh, obviously we like being strong, right? But I train to look good naked. That's my goal. And I know, however, I know that sounds really vain, but I want to look at myself in a pair of shorts on holiday. Fingers crossed we go away next year. I want to look on the beach in the mirror and go, oh, damn, mate, you're looking good. For me, for me, not for anybody else. For me, I want to feel good, and then I want to look good, and that'll make me feel good inside. So that's always been apparent with my training. I've always wanted to train to look sexy, basically. Fell in love with it, and coming out of a bad position of just not knowing what I'm doing, both with foods and training, and feeling bloody brilliant about myself, I thought, hey, why not help other people? So I love helping people anyway. It makes you feel good, right? When you help other people and they smile after you helping them, it gives you that good feeling inside. You're like, fuck yeah, man. That was me doing that. I helped that. So I just fell in love with that, and then became PT in the gym. And then 4 or 5 years later, doing this, more online, more coaching people remotely around the world.
Brilliant. So was it about 4 or 5 years ago that you got into sort of the PT side of things?
So when did I fall into PT? 22 years of age. So we're looking 5-6 years ago now. Yeah.
So what made you actually then, what was the turning point? I know you said you like to help people, but how did the transition go from I love the gym to I want to help other people? Where did that come about from?
I think it was a mixture of things. It was absolutely hating my job. It was hating my job and knowing I had that feeling of, hey, do you know what? I could turn this into a career. I could turn this from wanting to help people and loving training myself to building this into a career to be able to help loads of people. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to just jump 2 feet straight in. I didn't do all of this, which I do understand. It depends on people's circumstances, both financially and personally in their lives. They can sometimes put 1 foot in, don't they? And they're like, I'll stick working a normal job and, doing what they need to do to earn the bills, and then they'll stick their 1 foot in that end and just start PTing and working it. And I get that 100%. But for me, I thought, fuck it. I can't just put 1 foot. I want to give my all. If I need to give my all, I can't just dip my toe in. I've just got to jump straight into that fucking sea. So I did it. And I'm glad I did. And that's the advice I think I give everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a toughie, isn't it? Because everyone is so different in all their different circumstances. Whereas that's what I did personally.
Yeah. Especially now with the whole COVID situation, like PT and stuff is just an absolute, it's crazy at the moment. Like, do you still do any PT at all? Or
are you a PT?
Yeah, so I do PT, and that was I always wanted to start out. I've always liked both sides of it, and I do like one-to-one human interaction. But with lockdown, the first lockdown made me sort of have to push to do a bit of online as well. So now I've built up quite a good, I don't want to call it a side hustle, like a secondary. So, I've got the one-to-one side of things and then the secondary online, and I love both. And I want to grow both, but obviously I wasn't thinking about doing online as such. I wanted to build up more experience one-to-one, but then COVID happened, didn't it? And I thought, I've got bills to pay, man. I still want to carry on doing this because I don't just want to sit around and do nothing. Because like yourself, it's that passion for helping people, loving people. I didn't want to stop just because of some bugs. Well, I know it's a bit more than that, but.
Yeah. No, when I was PTing in March, I was a full-time PT in March. I didn't do any coaching in March. Yeah.
Crazy.
I was a full-time PT. And then when all the lockdown number 1 happened in April of this year, I thought, how am I able to get through to my clients more? How am I able to get more from my clients? Mm-hmm. I've always had the idea of coaching online or coaching remotely. So fuck it. I've got loads of spare time. So I built my platform online and it's just fucking boomed. You have no idea. It's just gone, which is epic. It's brilliant. And people think that during a pandemic, you can't make money, or you can't start a business in a pandemic, or you can't charge money. Excuse me, I'm a service. If you want to look sexy, if you want to come to me for a reason, I am a service. Just like your local Lidl or Spar, that you don't moan at the price of fucking Mars bars. You go and buy the Mars bars because you're going to want to eat them. If you want to come to me and look sexy, feel good, whatever goals you feel that I can help you with, I deliver the results. You pay for the result.
Amen.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And now are you fully online?
Yeah. It's mad. It's just gone it's just boomed.
Amazing. Would you ever go back to doing a bit of one-to-one as well? And
of course, but I wouldn't do it as a money earner or anything like that. So if I was to open up my own gym one day, or if I was to just have a random one day, like a Sunday or something, that I thought, you know what, I'm not going to coach anybody on a Sunday. I'm just going to have that time for me. And a friend or a mate or someone said, hey, do you mind training me? I would by all means do it. Because that's where my passion started, right? That's where it started. I like the interaction. I like the camaraderie, the fuck aboutness, going in the gym, jumping around, laughing, spotting, shouting, screaming, haha, like all of that stuff I love. And I kind of miss, I suppose. Well, I think we all miss that, especially being the gyms are closed. However, what did we hear yesterday?
Oh, it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
So it's all coming back. I don't think we'll go in another lockdown.
Really
maybe
hope.
Maybe local ones, but it won't be.
Local, we're screwed because where I am is just a mess. So.
Is it?
Oh God. Well, the little red patches.
Yeah.
If you look at the map where red's bad, we've been in like red since like day one, and.
No. Why?
Because
I wonder why.
I think just people don't care. I don't mean to I think I'm going to offend people here, but in general, because I've been to other places during, not loads, but I've been to other cities and stuff during the lockdown, and the way people behave in different cities is actually crazy. Like, it's mad to think that just city to city, an hour down the road, the way people comply and the way people behave is totally different. And that amazes me. Like, just, it's literally an hour down the road. It's not a different country. It's not a different culture.
No.
And I don't get it. But
we're down. I'm down in Devon, and it's kind of like down off a limb, isn't it? If you look at the map of England, we're kind of like stuck off a little over here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I don't think we've struggled massively or heavily down here at all, especially Cornwall. I know it's further on, but
they've been fine.
There's nothing going on, which is great.
Yeah, no, it's not good where we are, which is going to be sad because I think, because we've looked at this new, going back to work, I've looked at the tier systems, and I think if you're in tier 3, which we're going to be tier 3, like I'm 95% sure, you can't do classes, and I do classes, and I do like doing that. Again, it's the interactions, because you work with a lot of people, and I always find, like, it's going to sound a bit weird, but when I've taught a class, it's like I've been on drugs, because like the energy is just so infectious. You just want to jump around the room afterwards, and I'm going to be really sad if we can't do that. But
no, I used to run all sorts of classes. So last year Well, last year I actually moved away from the big box gym where you used to do all your classes, you know, the gym, like Pure Gym,
Yeah.
Snap Fitness, the gym group, those sort of things. I used to work at those sort of, and then I moved last year to a smaller facility where it's more one-to-one base, which I preferred massively. But I've been running classes for like 3-4 years. I fucking love it. Like 25 odd people running about, me in the middle of them, blowing my whistle, like smacking them on the back, like get on, like all this sort of stuff. I absolutely love it.
Brilliant.
Like something that I would love to go and do again because I don't know. I just love that interaction. I think that's the biggest part of it.
I think it's sad because a lot of, like, for us, we don't need that when with us the way we train. We can just go in ourselves and just get on with it. But a lot of people need that that group for motivation. So I think a lot of people sadly are going to struggle because I know people that actually come and do the classes. So
yeah, for sure. You went then a little bit.
Dodgy connection.
But, yeah.
Cheap Sky Wi-Fi. It's brilliant.
But in terms of, I think for a lot of people when they go into the gym, me not included in this, but people find more of it's like a community, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's social.
I'm not that. I am a social guy, 100%. But when I go to the gym, it's kind of like my job. I go in, I get the job done, I walk away, I go home, I got to eat. But
same.
Yeah, I absolutely love a hello and a little fist bump randomly in the middle of a session and say hello and a couple pickies or whatever you do. That's great. But I go in the gym to work, basically.
Apparently I have like the biggest resting bitch face ever in the gym. Like people have said that they're scared to come up to me because I look that angry. And I'm like, well, to be honest, that's good because if no one's coming up to talk to me, it means I can crack on. So if I look like an absolute bitch,
yeah,
I'm going to roll with that.
Remember, if you're a PT in that gym, though, you want people coming up to you.
Oh, no, it's not that gym. In my gym, I walk around like, people, when they get to know me, everyone's like, oh, you're actually really nice and you're really cool. I'm like, yeah. I'm actually a nice person. But no, it's sad. And I think, obviously, I've spoken to, because we opened and then we shut, especially Bradford, the gym situation since July. Oh, my God. Like I'm guessing you opened in July and you've been open until, like, the last closure. We've been on and off and on and off, literally. We opened in July. We opened for a week. We shut. We then opened about 3 weeks later, then had to shut. Then we've opened, and then we've had to shut this time. So no one's had that. It's just messy where we are.
That's rubbish.
Welcome to Up North life. It is brilliant.
I'm all right. You can stay out there.
Yeah.
No thanks.
When I eventually move out, the plan is just to move as far away from
England. Come on, have a bit of more aspirations. Don't be like England.
I'm a home person. Do you know when you go on holiday or like away for the night? I miss my own bed, and that sounds really weird. But like little things like, I don't know.
I'm very similar, but it takes me a good couple of months to miss I see myself moving abroad. Like maybe or having a place that I can go. That's
different. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'll roll with that. I'll roll with the place in America so I can go for all the nice food in Disneyland. That's great. But living there, where would you want to live then? I guess that's a bit of a fun fact. Where would you want to?
I would want to be in an English-speaking country because I can't be asked to. Oh, that's lazy. I'd love to learn another language, but I'm too busy for that right now. But I think it would be America or Australia or New Zealand, something like that.
New Zealand seems to be doing well this year. New Zealand seems to have like gone up in everyone's ranks with how they've dealt with all this. I think New Zealand are up there, 100%. I couldn't deal with the bugs in Australia. That's my issue. Yeah,
I want somewhere hot, and just somewhere hot. If I'm honest, I just want the heat. I've missed it. I've been on holiday for a couple of years now. I want to get off the plane and I want it to smack me in the face. Yeah. Oh, bang! That's what I need.
I agree, 100%. We've gone off on a tangent here, haven't we? Gone from fitness to holidays. But holidays are great. Everyone loves a holiday, and I think a lot of people right now are thinking, "God damn, I wish I was on holiday. I wish I'd had a holiday." And hopefully, 2021, we all go on holiday, and it's all great. It'll happen. Say it will. Positive self-talk, isn't it? If you say it'll happen, it's got to happen, right? So let's talk a little bit about sort of this building up. So obviously lockdown happened in March. It was absolutely terrible. And you were like, yeah, right, I need to get online. How did you go about things then? Did you look into sort of apps? Did you speak to anyone? Because obviously it is quite a big jump, like making the change. Yes, it's the same in terms of you coaching someone, but it is also very, very different is one-to-one and online, the way you speak to people, the way you deliver things. So a little bit of story time. How did this come about?
I've actually got a little post on my Instagram, like, well, obviously it's still on there. 27th of April, I thought, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to whack it on Instagram. I'm going to put just a little post and go, hey, I'm opening up 10 slots. That's all I did. That's the first thing I did. So, hey, I'm opening up 10 slots for coaching. They went really damn quick, but I never used an app or anything like that. I was a spreadsheet wanker. So I used Excel and just Word, and I just built programs through that. And we were in lockdown at the time, weren't we? So I was, in terms of the equipment that my clients that came on board had, very limited anyway. So we were looking at body weight stuff, variable tempos, and just that thing. So I was just working off Word and spreadsheets. And then I had to look into apps and stuff and went down that line to use. But I just gave it I think I'm more of a just do it kind of guy. I'll have a little bit of a calculated risk. I'll have a little think about, but that's a disadvantage to that, and that would be stuff it, do it. That's what I'm like. So, and there was nothing to lose because at that time, it would have been at that time I was providing PT one-to-one virtually through a phone. So Zoom call, just like this. I was PTing my clients, like physically PTing them. Well, obviously not physically, sorry, but remotely. My PT clients that I had right before lockdown, I was PTing them through video, which was great and all, and it kept that interaction. But overall it was crap.
I think I tried it once and I just couldn't get to grips with it, and especially with this dodgy Wi-Fi kept cutting out, and it was just like, this is not for me. And then obviously the rules changed a bit and you could do outdoor stuff, so I tried running some outdoor PT and outdoor classes, and in the British weather, and
I think I'm pretty well resilient to things, and I maybe it could be me burying my head in the sand, I don't know, but I'm kind of good at going, fuck it, I'm not thinking about that shit. Let's just, do you know what I mean? I'm very much like that. So cool, just do it over there. And then as soon as it opened up, cool, in a park. I was in a park every day, just bam, 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 PTing. Then as soon as we could go outside of the gym and bring gym equipment out, and then move them. So it was on here, then in a park, then it was a very transition-y thing. And then we're back in the gym July again. So it was that's how it happened. That's how it worked. And yeah, it was naff. It's naff, but you got to work with what you got. There is absolutely no point in dwelling on it because that ain't going to get you anywhere.
No, 100%. And that's how I've sort of approached this lockdown, because it's like, well, I don't really want to work out in my living room. I can't lie to you. It's not the most ideal of situations, but you've got, what I've said to people and what I thought myself is, it's not about where you are or what you have, it's why you're doing it. So for me, I'm doing it because I love training, I love fitness, I have a goal. Same for clients, they've got a fat loss goal, both muscle building goal. That's why you're doing it. You're not doing it because you love the Atlantis hack squat so goddamn much, even though it's amazing. You do it because you have the goal and the passion, and it's like, that hasn't changed. So you've got to focus on that, and that's what I've done, even though it has been, like you said, naff. But if you focus on the naff, it's seriously naff. Because all you're thinking is, this is trash. That's what I'd rather be doing that.
Yeah, I dieted. I was lucky enough to bring some equipment home from the gym I was PTing at before lockdown. So I had a barbell and I had 90 kilos worth of plates and a couple of kettlebells and stuff. And I got to the leanest I've ever been in my life. I shredded up massively from March to August, all the way through lockdown number 1.
Yeah.
I was carrying gravel in my fucking backpack, going for walks around this dog walking field with the sun beating down on me. I did all my cardio outside. I walked. I had no treadmill or bike. And I got shredded. That proved to me that it's all about the want and the why than what you got.
100%. I did the same. I was originally going to compete this year, and then it got to sort of like April, May, and everything. The world was still a mess, and I was like, let's not. So I was going for September shows anyway, so I just did a photo shoot. So literally same as you. I had limited equipment, working out in my garden, went for runs. I don't run, like me and running. Went for runs, my cardio, and again, got in the best shape of my life. It just shows, doesn't it? That 100%. It's all about how much you want it. If you want something, work for it, make it happen with what you've got, and anything's possible.
Yeah, it's mental resilience. Now you can train for that. I think you can train your mind to become more mentally resilient to negative shit, but I think you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
I think you got it or you don't have it. You can train, you can be better at it, you can get stronger. That takes time and plenty of practice, repetition, just like in the gym. But I think you have it or you don't. And your mum and dad gave you it genetically. If you have it, you have it.
Yeah, I think it's like it's all or nothing personality, isn't it? And perfectionism, those sort of traits manifest into that. And I am both, which has its negatives. But when you want to get shredded in a lockdown, brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
So let's talk about the future, because the future is bright, the future is hopeful and positive. Besides from all of the wonderful holidays, which we will plan, and we can talk about those in a bit, let's talk about things fitness and business, because that is why ultimately people have come to this podcast. They may want to hear about food and holidays and all that wonderful jazz, because who doesn't love that? But it's fitness and it's business. So what are your sort of future hopes, plans, dreams going forward in both business and your personal fitness life?
Okay, so should we go we'll go personal fitness life first.
Math.
I'm probably spending the next maybe 6 weeks in a, should we call it off season? I've never done one, but we'll call it that. So me just trying to gain as much tissue as I can, and then dial in for a show next year. So that's my personal goal, is to compete. So that'd be cool.
Awesome.
And then business wise, I would like to grow my coaching to a point where I'm helping more people. I hire a couple of folks to help me on board with providing a better service on that. Open up my own facility next year and own an app.
Amazing.
That's what will happen next year.
It will, 100%. Yeah. Tell yourself it will.
But we're literally doing it now. So it'll all happen. It's just a matter of time, and then this COVID stuff knocks it back a bit. You got to do it again, and then so.
It's amazing. Very similar to me as well, which is quite cool. But not next year. Like half that stuff will not be happening next year for me.
Yeah, but I don't know how long you've been doing it. You see, I've been looking. Fucking hell, we've been in conversation about opening up our own place for God knows 2018.
Right. Yeah.
It takes a long time. You'll be very lucky and fortunate to fall on a premises, or fall on some land, or fall on a unit, or fall on a building, and go, you've got to get planning. You have no idea how much work goes into just be given the, okay, it's mad.
It's tough. I know it's tough because my family friend, she's just got one in, I think, August. She opened it. And it was quite cool because towards the end of lockdown, she had all the kit for it in her garage. So I was using her garage as like a mini gym, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I started in January. I've had a very, very weird year to start in the industry. I had like January, February, March, learning the ropes. Boom, lockdown. And it's like, okay. And like, so it's been, in some ways, it's been like a blessing in disguise, because it's basically mean that I've had to seriously adapt, change, learn very quickly, and come into lots of hurdles and issues. And I'd rather it be like that, because then I've learned so many things. Considering it's been a year, I've learned so much. I feel like who I was in January to now is like totally different.
Yeah, for sure. And it has its benefits for that, because then when crap happens again, which it will, in all shapes and sizes, it'll happen again. You'll be, okay, so when I did that in March, or I managed to, I remember when that happened last time, and I did this, and you just be, it's just like fat loss, isn't it? Yeah. It's just like little hurdles we get through for clients.
100%. And what it's made you realise, how you feel the same about this, is when you're actually in the gym, like coaching people, how much you can do, because you've had to go to the extremes of just body weight and literally programming full body weight, and it's made you have to be so creative. When you get into the gym, it's like, I can literally do so much. So it's taught me a lot about that as well, which is obviously beneficial for classes as well, for body weight. But it's not been an ideal year, but you've got to look at the positives, take homes. Everyone can take something positive home from this.
Of course I can.
Maybe not everyone, but
you can take some positives from everything, I think. And it depends on you. It depends on if you're willing to find it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which is, a lot of the time, no one's willing to. They're always looking at something to blame, but themselves, because they're lazy shits.
Brutal, but very true. I 100% agree. Very true. Let's finish then on some questiones. I've written them all down. I got a few. Some were just really boring, so I've just thought, no. Sorry. If I'm not going to say the people.
Yeah, did you get any people from my Instagram come over to yours or not?
I've had a fair few people follow me, but no one said anything. So I don't know if they. But then I've looked and I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I tried.
Hi guys, thank you. But you didn't ask any questions, but I've got a few. Picked out some good ones, and I've got my signature question at the end. So number one, I'm not going to say names. I don't know if people want me to say their names, GDPR and all that. So number one was, how have your friends and family supported your decision to compete, and do they understand bodybuilding?
My younger brother loves it. He comes from powerlifting, loves bodybuilding, just like me. So he's 2 years younger than me. He'll be there he'll be there in the audience with a little, the foam thumb going whoop whoop.
Yep.
Parents are like, what?
Yeah.
God, why can't you just be happy? Why can't you just be happy? And I'm like, well, shut up. Your parents don't care. Your parents don't care if you've got washboard abs and you look sexy as fuck. You've got veins running from your eyeballs down to your toes. No one cares about that.
No.
They don't care. They don't care about a little trophy. They care if you're healthy, happy, and you're all good. So, yeah, some of them are great. Mates are loving it. Mates are well keen, but and clients are, loving it. But parents maybe not so, I guess. But they're there to support, aren't they?
Yeah, I'd say for me the same. They think it's obviously, but they've come to terms with it because obviously don't eat necessarily the same meals they do. And they were 100% supportive of me doing it this year, and they are wanting to come see it, but I think they still find it all a bit.
Yes, for sure.
But they support it because it's just different, isn't it? And like,
yeah, we call it a sport.
Yeah,
we call it sport, whereas it's not it's very competitive, of course it is, but it's very pageanty, isn't it? Hey, I'm on the stage, I'm all like this, and you can look at my glowing tan and my abs washboard, and then I'm standing. I am a fan of it, so I understand why it's a sport. But for a lot of people, when you say sport, they think of ball sport. They think of tennis, football, cricket. They think of jumping over hurdles. They think of sprinting down a lane. They don't think about, eating chicken and broccoli 10 times a day as a sport. So, whereas unless you do it, you're in it. So yeah, you'll get some people that aren't too keen, and you get some people that are very, very supportive, of course, in everything.
I think as well, because it literally takes over, sounds quite dramatic, but I guess that's true. It does become your life. I don't think a lot, especially at sort of my amateur levels. Like my sister plays football. She does a football. She comes home. That's it. My brother does athletics. He competes, quite a high level. But again, they sort of look at the nutrition a little bit and make sure they've got the sports drinks. But they come home. That's it. Whereas with us, it's everything. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed, there's so much that we think about. It's not just about that 2-hour training session, 1 hour, whatever it is. It's steps. It's looking at food. It's looking at stress. There's so many things that go into it that it becomes your life, which I think for some people can be quite strange to understand, that it is literally, even on a day off, not a day off. A rest day is not a day off from the sport. A rest day is still, there's still so much that goes into it.
Yeah, man. You constantly think about the next meal. You think about when you can get your cardio. You're thinking of this, you're thinking of that. You're thinking, how can I get that 2% edge? That's what I'm like anyway. I'm like, what can I do to get that, just that a little more ahead of my competition or something? Well, that will be anyway when I'm in prep. So
yeah, I'm excited for that. What have you looked into? Shows, categories?
Okay, so I'm going to go for my idea anyway. So I'd like to go into for classic. So when they wear the black sort of trunks, and they're more. Why? I think coach has agreed with me anyway, and he said that my physique is very proportionate, so my legs are in line with my upper body, and everything works and flows very well. Yeah. And I really enjoy the artistry of posing. I don't want to I know you got to hit your mandatories, and you just got to stand there and do. When it's my routine, I suppose, I quite like the flow and how you can put it together, and it looks beautiful. Wicked, man. I'm a big fan of the big old meatheads. They look wicked, but I don't want to look like that.
I love classic. It's probably my favourite. Like when I've gone to watch it, I've always been. Yeah. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
Definitely follow you on. Well, if it depends where you probably do it down south. Have to go on holiday.
I don't know where, with all this shit that's going on, I have no idea where it's going to be, but I think it could be Midlands, because I'm from Birmingham, so all my family's up there, so I can stay there without any stress. That's good. But it could be Midlands way or down here. I couldn't give a toss. Maybe a couple of shows next year. You never know.
Definitely be following that. And if I do want to come, because obviously I love going to watch them. That's what I do for fun. It's what we do for fun. Some people go, we go to watch bodybuilding. So we love it. So I've not gone to any this year, so it's been sad because I love them. So definitely have to maybe come see it. Who knows? I'll be there with my phone finger.
Yeah, we're good. I can watch yours.
Well, it won't be for a couple of years, but yes.
Give you a whoop whoop. Come on.
I'll be like,
Glutes, glutes. You always hear someone in the background, don't you? In the crowd. Glutes,
every
glutes.
time. Oh, that's your shot, your shot, your shot.
Yeah, that's it. You got this, mate. Glutes.
My favourite is it's your shot on every single pose, and it's coming from the same guy. It's like, well,
yeah,
it's funny. It's brilliant. Okay, so question 2. It's coming away from bodybuilding and more just into fun. If someone wants to play you in a film, who would you want to play you and why?
Jim Carrey, immediately. You know who that is, yeah?
Of course I know who that is.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, Jim Carrey. I was immediately going to go for, obviously, a sexy, rugged, hunky man, obviously, because look at me. No, it would be Jim Carrey straight away. Jim Carrey, because he's an idiot and I'm an idiot.
Brilliant. I don't know. Like, I know I've even had time to think about this, because obviously I wrote these questions down, but maybe based upon obviously the same hair colour and the fact she's one of my favourite actresses, it'd be quite cool then to have one of your favourite playing you. Amanda Seyfried. Do you know who that is?
Who's that?
Have you seen Mamma Mia?
The daughter of
yes,
Mamma Mia.
Sophie, yeah.
Yeah.
She's one of my favourite actresses. I think she's brilliant. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
So for that reason, yeah, I think it'd be quite cool. But I don't.
And I love listening to ABBA. So you're a winner.
Absolutely, I love Mamma Mia. It's brilliant. Okay. Oh, I like this one. This is a really good one. If you had your own supplement line, pick 3 supplements that you'd want to sell, and if applicable, what flavours you do them in. I like that question. That's fun.
Okay. It's going to end up being so boring, isn't it? Because I'm so like in it. Like, you want to hear pre-workouts, and I want 100%. It would be a non-stim pre-workout.
Okay.
What flavour? Maybe like a zingy, pineapple-y, strawberry flavour. Okay.
Lovely.
So it'd be like hang on. I think Naughty Boy do like a mango. They brought out a new one. Like, it's like an orange top to it.
The stim one?
I think so.
The strawberry mango, the Insight SUPPS one?
That's it.
Genius praise. Brilliant, that. I love that. That was the last one I used.
Very tasty. So I would give that sort of flavour on a non-stim pre-workout, because I like stims. I like the ones that wake you up and give you a buzz, but I'm more of a tunnel vision-y kind of guy that I want.
When you say non-stim, you're sort of going for nootropic rather than pump.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd go for one of them. I'd go for a digestive enzyme. And again, I take from Redcon 1, they do one called Grunt.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Grunt. That's their EAA.
I know what you mean.
A digestive enzyme. It's like pineapple banana flavour. I'd go for that. Digestive enzyme, pre-workout, and a essential amino acid to drink during training. And that would be a cola flavour.
Okay. Myself, Jesus Christ. Again, I've had time to think about this. I could have planned this, but I don't.
Come on, I'm on the spot and I'm hitting them straight away, man. Quick fire.
Let's go for protein. Protein's always good. Because when you get a good protein, I think it changes your life. It revolutionises things. Like Perform, brilliant. I would go for, no one's done this yet and no one's got it right. So like that sort of Biscoff sort of taste, that caramel biscuit taste, because people have tried it, and every time people have tried doing stuff with it, supplements wise, it's just caramel. Yeah. It's done wrong. So I'd want it to literally taste like Biscoff, like literally. That would be great.
That'd be heavenly.
Beautiful. I just live off the stuff, like literally. I'd probably go for something. I do like Support. Have you ever used Support Max Neuro?
Yeah, I have. I got that from when I went out to Body Power a couple of years ago. I got it from one of their booths.
So it's some sort of cortisol management tool, because it's nailed my sleep. It's helped me after those sessions where you feel a bit whoa, and like you just can't come down off it. And just because I'm a stress head anyway, so one that would be more for generalized use. I don't know how you do it, because obviously you have to think about how you formulate it. But I'd want one that wouldn't knock you out of sleep, so you could use it more day to day as well. Guess you could call it a nootropic, I don't know. And I would do that in, what flavours do I like? Morrison's. Morrison's do a squash called cherries and berries. And I kid you not, it's Morrison's. It's the only one that does it, and it tastes amazing. Now, Asda and Tesco do their own version. It's shit. Morrison's cherries and berry squash, go buy it after listening to this. it's peng. So
I'm going
that's
Morrison's.
the flavour.
Funny because I'm genuinely going to Morrison's after this.
Go get some, tag me in it, and anyone else who gets it, tag me in it. Like, I should get commission on this stuff because it is peng. And then that's two.
Squash as in you put in your water squash?
Yes, but it's like the best one you'll ever have. 100%.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll go get
it. And then we'll go for stim. I'm gonna go for a stim based pre, simply because I do like the stim. I do like but I want one that's got the nootropics, so things like I know it's legal, like DMHA, that gives you that focus as well. And we shall go for that in it's got like a Malibu, so you've got the pineapple and the coconut. Okay. So you can pretend you're like having like a pina colada before you train.
I got you. So basically, we've just built our own supplement company right there because we've picked all different ones.
We call it. I'm trying to think of a hybrid here, like our names and business names. Smart. My coaching business is Unrivaled Aesthetics, so Unrivaled Smarts. Oh, that's a bit too much, isn't it? That's a bit in your face.
Smartly Unrivaled. I have no idea. I don't know.
This could be the thing. This could be it. 2022. 2021, I'll let you have your year, and then we'll at the back end this time next year drop you a line, and we'll get it built up for 2022.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We're sorted for the next few years. Okay, and this one's gonna. Oh, this could take a while. This one, but
I'll condense the answer. I'll go.
Yeah, I'll try and be fast. Favorite exercise for each muscle?
Fucking hell, honestly. Bench, squat, dead.
Basic, bitch.
I bet you can't try and condense that smaller into a smaller box than mine. I dare you.
Favorite exercise? Everything.
I put it in 3 words. You did it in one word.
One word. I win. But really, do you actually like squat, bench, and deadlift? Because I don't.
I don't deadlift. And I don't barbell squat unless I'm in a fucking shipping container. And I do bench.
Okay.
But I do dumbbells and machines and stuff. Okay. So for chest, I like dumbbell. For a back stuff, I like a rack pull. For leg stuff, I like a hack squat. Mm-hmm. They're my 3. There you go. What are your 3? Go.
Well, that's just covering the main ones, isn't it? Then you've not really covered shoulders or biceps or triceps.
Okay. Shoulders. I like a cuff raise.
Yes, beautiful.
Calf. I like a calf raise. Bum. I like a hip thrust. Hammies. I like a seated, not a laying. I like a seated curl. Crikey. You continue with the other other body parts. Go on.
Okay. So I'm going to base this on every single machine I've ever used, ever. So quads, it's got to be a leg extension, but a good one. Because if you use a rubbish one, it feels horrendous. Like the one I've got at my work just does not feel right. It just feels like I'm battering my knees. The one at Ultra Flexing Leeds, beautiful. Love that. Hamstrings, again, probably 45-degree hip extension. I always get a really good connection with my hamstring, so I'm going to roll with that. I just always do, and I like it. So I go with that. Glutes, a good kickback machine, but I've only used like one really, really good one in my life. So that's lower body. Calves, donkey raises, they're good. Shoulders. A good lateral raise machine. Atlantis is beautiful. Chest, I like a Machini Fly thing. Yeah. That's always fun. Back, Nautilus pull down. Beautiful. Have you used it?
Nautilus pull down.
It's like got like the hookey handle things and you.
The dual one, a unilateral. Yeah, I've used that. It's
I
nice,
like,
isn't it?
It's lovely.
Yeah,
I think that's me cut. Is that everything? Biceps, concentration curl, triceps, push down.
Yeah, that's it really.
Yeah, I think that's the body and its extremities. I mean, you could go adductor machine. Abductors.
I like the adductor over the abductor. I don't really use
it. Adductor's fun, isn't it?
I like a vertical. Now they got one at King's in London if you've ever been.
Not.
A vertical. Yeah, I suppose. But vertical leg press, you lie on your back and you look up.
I've done one. They've got them at Ultraflex. They're scary as.
Oh. Yeah. When you get in it, you think, okay, I'm going to die, but I might as well give it a go.
100%. It's getting out of it. You genuinely feel like you've been like hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We've got one where me and G actually train up in well, it's not too far away from home, but they've had one installed. It's naff. So you have to get the right ones, man.
Yeah, I've used one before where it only lets you set it at one place, so you can't set it too low. So you've got to set it. Oh, I can't explain it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Where
I
you
find
set it
on
up,
this
it
one,
doesn't work. It's terrible.
I find on this one that's close, this one here, I find that my heels come off the plate so much easier than the one at King's. So you have to just find the right one that fits you, really.
You do, 100%. And let's move on to, because they were all the good questions. The rest were all a bit boring, just very generic, you know.
Yeah.
Should you do cardio fasted and all of those boring ones that we've answered? So it sounds horrible. I'm sorry if you asked those, but we want fun stuff here. You know, different questions, something a bit unique. So we'll finish on the signature question, which gets asked every time we have a guest on, which is your favourite cereal.
Oh, my favourite cereal is Lion cereal. Lion.
Yes. See, loads of people, I tell them about this, and they're like, what's that?
Lion cereal.
It's
Lion.
so
Lion
good.
Lion or Crave. Lion or Crave cereal is my favourite.
Crave's a bit of a basic bitch. Everyone likes Crave, but Lion, I agree, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go get some now. Actually, you've inspired me.
Lion cereal.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice stuff.
You get a 10 out of 10 for that. I've had some trash answers. I think I had someone say like cornflakes or something. I was like, what?
I hope you press the fucking red turn off button if they said fucking.
Yeah, and I'd block them from the rest of my life because that's just a disgrace, is that? But anyway, thank you very much for joining us today, Matt. And I will leave, if you don't follow Matt, I'll leave his socials in the description box thing for you to go and follow him. He does really good stuff on Instagram. He has awesome YouTube, which I love watching. So definitely go check him out. And I'll see you on the next one, guys.